Good morning, Fayette-Nam! Breaking news. All right, we're recording. Well, let's get after it here on the weekly ball news. I mean, I don't know. So we're brainstorming new name ideas because Fayette-Nam is offensive to some generations, which I understand. So
that means I have to redo the intro.
We might have to redo the intro. Oh, I'm so sorry. Didn't AI make it? Shut up, Cody. You had a robot.
How do you do it? Chat GPT, dude.
He's like, I'm going to have to input another piece of information so that AI can redo the intro.
You have to redo the sound.
Please. I did the sound already. Anyway, we are brainstorming new ideas for this weekly news segment because I don't want to just offend somebody for the sake of offending somebody. So, I don't know, big baller news, ball boy news, Landon ball news.
Well, how about we just pick the best comment? We'll tell everybody.
Well, I don't know. That gets dangerous because, like, you ever watch Parks and Rec where they try to name like the town slogan?
Yeah, how about we just pick our favorite comment?
Okay, we'll pick our favorite. Actually, we'll tell you that it's a free and clear vote, like it's a democracy, and we'll just pick whatever we want to. But anyway, drop your news idea names in the comments. But here we go. It is Wednesday, October 8th, 2025. Reading the Fayette Advertiser right at the... You keep it down over there. I'm going to listen to you drink your aspartame. Right at the top, there is a picture of Rick Alexander and John Griffin installing the new sign. I don't know which sign. Maybe it's the sign that's right outside the parking lot. I don't know. I haven't driven on Highway 5 in a while because there isn't a McDonald's there anymore or a Dairy Queen. So I just don't go on that road very much. But there is a new sign that was purchased by a Commercial Trust Company. Thanks, Commercial Trust. Fayette Common Fund launches 2025 campaign. The Fayette Area Common Fund is a nonprofit fund dedicated to providing financial resources to local organizations that benefit the community. It is seeking donations for its latest campaign. Pledge cards were inserted inside last week's Fayette newspaper and available for download on the Fayette website. They have been giving to local groups such as the Senior Center, Parents as Teachers, Fayette Ministerial Alliance, Buddy Pack, Benevolence Fund, Pause, all that good stuff. The members in that are Alan Garrett, Dennis Potter, Sarah Page, Pat Hilgerdick, Julie Parrish, and Paula T. So that is the Fayette Area Common Fund. They have started their campaign. I think it runs through the end of the year, December 31st. The 60th annual CMU Band Day is Saturday. That is one of the highest, I think we did a stat look one time. It's one of the highest population draws to Fayette is the CMU Band Day. That is coming on this Saturday, October 11th. There'll be more than 30 schools set to compete. And good luck anybody competing with Fayette because this is our turf. So you better bring your best when it comes to that. I think Central perform. They usually perform at the end. There's some really fun. It looks like Troy's coming from Class 5. It's fun to watch some of those big bands. So if you're in a marching band or just looking for a fun day in Fayette, that should be a fun day. BTC Bank sells its Columbia branch. Wish I would have known that. I tried to buy that. Trying to get a Henry's hometown ice cream into Columbia. Students are invited to the Central Experience. That is on October 25th. Prospective students and their families will be able to experience the full range of Central Methodist University's campus life through Central Experience. Did you ever do Central Experience, Cody? Is it a virtual event? There looks like there's campus tours, local food trucks, visit the Eagle store to purchase Central gear, and then stick around for the game against Baker at 1. And then the Eagles soccer doubleheader in the evening. And maybe stop by Henry's Hometown Ice Cream after. I don't know. Shameless plug. Okay, here we go. On to the next thing. The Fayette Rotary pulls in donations for the Senior Center project. I think this is the second donation they've gotten, but Commercial Trust out here again slinging checks to the Senior Center project that Rotary is putting on. Thank you guys for that. The Fayette Senior Center, this will probably come out on a Thursday, so I'm going to tell you Friday's menu for breakfast. No, that looks like lunch. Scrambled eggs, biscuits, and gravy. So you want some breakfast for lunch? That's one of my favorite meals. It's so easy. And you just, I don't know, there's something about eating just a pancake before bed that just makes you ready to sleep.
You said breakfast for lunch, right?
Yeah, they're having breakfast for lunch at the Senior Center.
But are you talking about...
Oh, I mean breakfast for dinner. Yeah, breakfast for dinner is one of the easiest meals. Oh, yeah. Ooh, I want to hear your hot takes. I don't know where I learned this. Logan, you'd have to tell me where we learned this, but we put peanut butter on our pancakes. Put that little peanut butter across the top. Hot syrup, okay. My wife is a cold syrup family, crazy. Hot syrup, pancakes, no butter peanut butter, but no butter if you got the peanut butter on. But tell me in the comments how your families make pancakes, because that's how we do it. And we like it a little thinner. Although I did figure out, I got Chip and Joanna's cookbook and her like buttermilk pancake recipe. If you do that,
Have you ever done syrup and eggs, like pancake syrup with eggs?
No, I don't think syrup and eggs go together, but I do like ketchup on my eggs. Shout out to all the ketchup lovers, especially Karen's store. They just call me Ketchup. That's my nickname at the Corner Post General Store, is just Ketchup. I walk in and they're like, "What's up, Ketchup?" And I'm like, "Give me a bowl of it." So if you are looking for the best burger you've ever eaten in your entire life, go down to the Corner Post General Store. Although don't do that if you're ready for it to ruin burgers for you. And she didn't pay for this segment either. Not yet. She does give me free ketchup on my burgers, so maybe that's the exchange. But people ask me where it is. If you don't know, you head like you're going out of town in Fayette. I'm going to give you the Howard County directions. Head like you're leaving Fayette. And where Hogs and Heifers was, which some people call it the biker bar, I think it's now called the Country Club. It's now called the Country Club. And you take a left right there and you take that road all the way down to the end of it. And on the left, you'll see, I think, like a big Budweiser sign in the Corner Post General Store. Friday, October 10th at the Senior Center is scrambled eggs, biscuits, and gravy, fruit, and milk. Let's see what we're eating at the high school on Friday. Sack meal, pizza. They still make Bosco sticks? How did Michelle not get rid of those? Oh, wait, folks. With your pizza Bosco stick, you also get a cheese stick with it. Dude, they just don't want kids to poop all weekend. Baked chips, carrots, and fruit. Okay, I'm going to move on from that section. What a sweet. There looks like there's more churches. Hold on.
Place your bets now.
18.
There's no way. You're just miscounting.
18. Scandalous. And it looks like a slow news week, which it was, because there's an entire page of Recorder of Deeds. On to the sports section. I think I said this last week, but the Lady Falcons spoiled Paris's perfect record. The Falcons celebrate the seniors left to right. I think it was senior night too. Stepped up big with a 3-1 win over Paris on senior night. Tuesday, September 30th, so a while ago. The hit of the game was a long fly ball to center by senior Leah Teese in the night's biggest moments. With the bases loaded with 2 outs, she drove a 1-0 pitch to deep center to send 3 runs home and land on first. The Central Methodist Eagle football team struggled against number 23 Mid-Am. They lost, struggles an understatement, 35-3. Falcons snapped their win streak. That sounds so positive, but the Falcons lost to Tipton. And I don't know, like, if Tipton had a vengeance with this one, or if Cole did something he shouldn't have done. But Fayette's 2-game win streak came to a brutal end at the hands of third-ranked Tipton on the road Friday night. I want you to guess the score. 79-8.
Oh, damn. I'm sorry.
Fayette lost 79-8. The Cardinals scored 73 of those in the first half. Man, 73 is just rude. I don't know if somebody create some karma.
That's football?
Yeah, that's football.
I mean, they're still, but what are they, 2-4 now?
Oh, no, we're like, I think 3-3 now. I don't know. I thought we were 3-3 now.
It sounds like they're doing better.
They're better than before. I'm just saying, for a team to put up 73 points in the first half feels like somebody said something online and that got them going. You know what I mean? Like, that's a vengeance type of score.
Well, they're just
or their second team and third team is just really good. Who knows? Harrisburg continues to be plagued by injuries. They were competitive but still lost to South Callaway. Fayette softball again. There's another article here on winning on senior night and Mariah Felton chasing down a Paris runner. Number 16, Central Methodist women's soccer picked up their 4th straight win against Grandview. Okay, looks like the Rotary tournament had a strong turnout. The Rotary Cornhole tournament. Let's see who won. Left, tournament champion Steve Wobby and David Ladd. Right, the youth division winners were Nikolai Campbell and Raven Breland. I think I might know both of those sets of parents. So congrats to those guys. Looks like that was a fun day and some good weather too. Faith family had their golf scramble this weekend. We took 3rd with an honest score. You know, Greg Stidham's team wins every year, shooting at least 15 under. Whatever. I don't believe it. High school rodeo attracted 338 junior high and high school competitors to the Howard County Fairgrounds last week. This is the 6th year Howard County has hosted the event. More than 150 trailers populated the fairgrounds. Armstrong man held without bond after allegedly firing a pistol at neighbor. Oh, dude, they didn't even let this guy put a shirt on before they took him to jail. CMS social studies teacher named the first ever Optimist teacher of the month. Wow, we got a teacher of the month now. Who is it? Joe Harris is the first ever Optimist Club teacher of the month. And with that, we'll kick it over to Cassie for this week's wild and unpopular opinion.
I was going to do a serious unpopular opinion, but then I was driving on Highway 63 and something else came into my brain and I'm like, oh, yeah. Why is Ruby Tuesdays closed, but Chili's and TGI Fridays still open? Their food? Disgusting. Their prices? Way overpriced, especially for disgusting food. I'm honestly convinced the people who are keeping their doors open are people who have never had their food before. They see the convenience of the locations and they're like, hey, yeah, let's give it a go. And then they leave thinking what the rest of us are thinking, which is never again. Also, I know that not everybody agrees with me on my opinions. Listen, opinions are like buttholes. We all have one. Speaking of Chipotle versus Pancheros, if you want to feel your butthole burn, go to Chipotle. But if you want to actually have good food, go to Pancheros.
Dude,
I've never heard a better segue into speaking of buttholes. No, dude, she's right on some of these. Yeah, Ruby Tuesday needs to come back. That was the only time I ever visited a salad bar.
It calls me.
And on top of that, including some of these restaurants, I would like to know who is actually eating at Burger King. Is anybody really eating there? And how can they afford to advertise on primetime Monday Night Football games? That's got to be a money laundering front. Add White Castle to that.
No, White Castle's so
nobody
good.
goes to White Castle, you psychos. And on top of that, Mattress Firm. Nobody's buying mattresses. All three of those have to be money laundering fronts. They have to be. Nobody is eating there. No.
You were wrong about White Castle. It is so good.
You would eat White Castle.
Wendy's and Arby's. I don't understand Wendy's and Arby's. That's gross.
Wendy's' whole business plan, I think I'm actually right on this. Wendy's just followed McDonald's around and put a restaurant next to them. I think Wendy's fries are better. Anyway, all right, sorry. This is the Weekly Fayette-Nam News. Thanks for that unpopular opinion, Cassie. Let's move on over to the Fayette News Exchange. Here we go. I'm reading these on Wednesday, October 8th. So if you're like, why did you leave something out? I can do whatever I want, first of all. Second of all, it's Wednesday. So some guy is promoting a Moberly thing. I don't want to see that. Somebody's looking for their Black Lab mixed pup. Ran off on County Road 105. If anybody's seen, he's a black lab and he looks like a sweetie. Emily Doolin posted that they are doing a breakfast burrito and fireside coffee fundraiser on Band Day, October 11th. They're doing it on the Howard County Courthouse lawn. So it looks like they can do breakfast. Nicole's got breakfast burritos? Hold up. I want those. The Glasgow Housing Authority is hiring. They're looking for a part-time maintenance position. Carrie Jackson with 2 dots over the O. Does that mean you pronounce it different? Like Jackson. They smelled methane gas in their home, so hopefully they got that figured out. Harley was looking for places to get her nails done. I know Bella does that here in town, but mark your calendars. The Daily Elementary PTSA Fayette, Missouri Fall Costume Dance is November 1st at 6 p.m. Sorry, I don't know why I'm saying that. But yeah, they're having a fall costume dance. That sounds super fun. Let's see. They need volunteers and they need fall themed, not scary decorations. Thank you. Halloween's a stupid holiday. Stupid. They're like, let's act evil with permission. All right, let's see here. Acha Asian has updated its hours of operation effectively this week on the 6th. So now on Sunday, Monday, they're 10:30 to 8:30. Tuesdays, they're closed. Food is hard in this town. But man, just the random days closed in the middle. I get it as food service, and I'm not full food service, but ice cream is somewhat of food service. There's just no telling what days are going to work and what's not. But now there's like no place to eat on a Tuesday. Great. Going nowhere on a Tuesday. There's a couple rentals available. Amanda Davis, I think, is getting into making some homemade breads and cookies. That's exciting. She makes Amish white bread, wheat bread, pumpkin thumbprint cookies, and chai latte bars. Oh my gosh.
You're never beating the allegations, dude.
What'd you say?
You're never beating the allegations.
What allegations?
Hey, those allegations.
David Barber is looking for work in or around Fayette, preferably manual labor. Good for you. Bulk up and do the hard work. I love it. Yeah, what's a Q? We'll just do one Q&A to close the show. So the question this week is, what do you say? What do you say to people who say, I don't have enough time in the day, right?
Yeah, to do A, B, or C.
The podcaster response to this is for me to list out the 5 things that you're doing wrong and the 5 ways that you'd correct them. The Christian in me understands that life is very difficult and very hard. However, on that note, choose your hard. You can either choose to make some time sacrifices. We all have the same amount of time. Nobody gets more time in the day than somebody else, okay? And unfortunately, there's a lot of external factors that are in everybody's lives that either are there from past choices. Like, for example, I have 2 children. Those were choices. That is a limiting time thing. But that's not like the answer to that is be like, stop having kids if you want to go to the gym. It's just saying everybody has the same amount of time. Everybody has a different set amount of problems. My typical response when people ask me, like, what do I do when, I don't have enough time to do that kind of thing? I hear a little bit of excuse, but I also feel a little bit of empathy there. But ultimately, I usually just respond, you kind of have to choose your hard, right? Like when it comes down to difficult conversations with superiors, when it comes down to working out, eating healthy, you can either choose to make those difficult choices now, or you will pay for them consequentially down the road. Specifically from a health perspective, you're going to pay for that later on. There's the Q&A. If you have more Q&As, feel free to ask them. If you want to know about like my childhood or where I came from, whatever. I'm 30 years old. It doesn't matter. So anyway, as we close, let's see what's popping at Henry's this week.
Oh, well, what's up in the Henry's world? Well, what's up in the Henry's world? Not really too much. We've got our fall flavors. They're still doing great. So come get those before the winter comes. We have a new flavor we're experimenting with. It's Nutter Butters and Nutella. It is not butter pecan, in case anyone was curious. But we need to come up with a name for it. And so if you haven't popped by, you should pop by and vote because I can't decide. Yeah, there it is. We've been selling lots of caramel apple and lots of Oreo this week, and we've upped it from last time, and we've now sold 3 waters this week as opposed to 1. So hydration is obviously more important to the people than it was in the past. You guys have anything to add? And never mind, they have nothing to add. Okay, thank you so much, and goodbye.